All right, Tommy in the Hobby Hideout. We're here repping Southwest Florida. What's your name and what'd you do?
My name is Giovanni Morales. I go by Gio. I just played at the Prodigy Regional and I got 10th place. I honestly feel really proud about this accomplishment, not only because I was able to get my invite right before Nats, but this was a really competitive regional. For those of you who don't know the Florida community, this is one of our smaller regionals, but it's super skill intensive as the player base is really good. A lot of the pro players were there and it was, a very intense tournament, and I was able to I actually X2'd, but I was the highest X2. Ninth place was X11. And the only two people who beat me were my boy Lars. Huge shout out to him. He got first place, went undefeated. And then huge shout out as well to second place. So first and second place, that's who beat me. Jeremy Mitchell, I mean, you guys probably know he's a great player. Huge fan as well, like, honestly. I did my best and I got pretty well. I'm very happy. I also played PK. So not like I was expecting. Well, I tried to win, but not like I was expecting to. Disclaimer: this deck is not good. Don't play. Don't play this deck. I am him. I am him. No, but on a serious note, I don't think I'm gonna take this to nationals. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. It depends on my resources and whatnot. But I will admit that Cashier is still the best deck in the room, and unfortunately now it's more spread out, which means you can't play as much Cashier Arcade as you would like to, making it such an uphill battle when you play Cashier. I'm not saying you can't. I actually beat Andres Espinoza. Huge shout out to him. He actually, we talked at the last two events I went to. About how to deal with like just pressure, high level pressure, and him and Gio Gonzalez gave me a lot of good advice that clearly worked out, and I was able to take a dub from him. He was playing Kashira. I did lose two Kashiras, so all my losses were Kashiras, and yeah, it's a little bit difficult, but we can do it. So into the profile, we do run 3 boots. This is the only PK monster we run 3 of. He is the extender. He can summon himself if there's any PK name on the board, including himself. You only run him at 3 because the other ones, which are these two you play at 2, they cannot summon themselves from the hand. So if you draw multiple of them, they're kind of stuck in your hand. Like, you don't want to draw a hand of like 2. Like, this is not a good hand. Unless you resolve a pitch, it's not working. The 2 cloak, they are the searcher. They banish themselves to search any PK name. Has to be a monster, but it could also be the Shade Brigandine, which is a trap card. It also has an additional effect to boost the AL monster by 800. Comes up, came up. I don't think it came up today. I used it a bunch, but I don't think it was like the deciding factor. 2 Torn Scales. This is like the best name. It's just that the only reason why you play it at 2 is because it's super accessible. Like, you can search it through this, you can search it through Rhoda, you can pitch it off Cherubini. Like, you don't need to play one more than 3, and you don't want to draw a hand of multiple normal summons. And the 1-ofs, Gloves and Stained Greaves. So Gloves is just a foolish for everything. You have to play Gloves. I played at 1 just because you can bring it back with Levier, you absolutely need it, but really it's just extra names of these, so there's no necessity to run it at more than 1. And you do play the 1 of Stained Greaves. A lot of people call this the bad one. To be honest, it is niche, but when it comes up, it is winning you the game. Mm-hmm. We did play the Brave package, MVP. To be honest, I have seen some lists not playing this. To everyone their cup of tea. I would not play this deck without it. I did play it in the past, and now that I played it with it, I've just seen the light. It's just too good. I am on the 3 Water Enchantress, and I am on the Illegal Knight and the Griffin and the Illegal Knight. Illegal Knight comes in clutch. He's just insane. People don't expect him, so when you hard draw him, you just catch them so off guard. He's a dark body. Into cash, you give them a body, so if you literally put them on half burf or lose, and he's an extender, and he just comes up. Oh, also really niche, but Arch Rebellion is like one of your win cons, and you can give them this in attack mode and swing into this, even if they play around you by putting in a defense. As Sir Hill likes to say, you shouldn't get punished just for leaving a monster in attack.
I don't think I should lose for you having 2 level 3 monsters and I haven't attacked with this monster. I'm sorry.
It is what it is. We did run 3 Ashes as our primary hand trap. Amazing. I drew this card so often. Thank you. This is why we play commons, guys. Commons, you see them more often than hollows. Also broke. 1 Ghost Ogre. Honestly, I don't think Ogre did anything this tournament, like at all. I did summon her and apply pressure with her, but they didn't fall for the bait, so it didn't matter. But the main reason why you play it at 1 is just because you can e-tele it out. So in situations, like if I would have played against a deck that had Apple on the board or something like that, like coming out with the Ogre is pretty strong. I think I summoned it against a Live Twin Sprite when they had an IEP Masquerade on the board, but they never went into it, so I was forced to like immediately exceed with it, so didn't really matter too much. But you know, she once she comes up, she's clutch, so you run her. We do run the 2 psychic extenders, Wielder and Tracker. Unfortunately, this is a common; it doesn't come out in secret. So sad. Because honestly, last format we were running this at 2 and not playing this at all because we were actually synchro summoning. We're not doing that anymore. Not necessary. He didn't come up for the he came up for game once, but he last like in the format previous to last, like in mid format, like I would summon this to swing over like Gin Busters, which was nice. Didn't happen, but I did swing for game with him. That 16 attack is big, especially for level 3. That's all the monsters. For the Brave engine, we are on 3 rights. Beautiful, draw it often. I used to be on like a mixed ratio of either first I was on 3 Enchantress, 2 rights because I could search it. Then with Drill coming into the format, I bumped right to 3 and put Water down to 2. I just finally decided on 3-3 because it's just too good. Fateful and Draco back are obvious necessities with the Brave package. This is literally how you play into cash. To be honest, it's just like you force the Arise Heart with this, and then you go a Zeus line. Now that they don't have Giblosis, it is a lot easier to do that. Aside from this is so broken. And this card right here, oh my god, it just out so much. Like I didn't get Skill Drain, but it decided to Dino Morpheus Fusion. Like it was hilarious. But I didn't get Skill Drain, but if I had gone a Skill Drain, I would have laughed because you could just make Cherubini, send Water Enchantress for cost, grab right, then you can just bounce it with this. So yeah, like just such a good engine. Amazing. Shout out to Lars for actually getting me that engine. 1 right, which was actually Tommy's. So shout out to Tommy and Cardboard Stocks.
Yes, sir.
We did play the 3 E-Tellies as the extender. Came in clutch. We need bodies, the easy side out, and like I said, one game I literally just swung with Griffin, swung with Leonite, swung with Token, and then I think he had already taken damage for something. I don't remember why. And then I just go E-Telly, summon out Tracker, and I was just like, you're dead. So last format, we played 3 Book of Eclipses because cash was like the main thing. Instead, this format, we did opt to go 3 droplets in the main. Did not regret it. Yes, I drew it in my cash matchups, but the thing is, the main things for my success, I started off the tournament 5-0. I played 4 decks that weren't cash, and then my 5th round was cash. And ironically, I learned quickly that going first, we keep it in. Going second, we don't. The reason why we keep it in is because the way I got like just finessed by Spinoza, like he plays so well. He just used a unicorn effect, and I fog later. He just goes E-Telly, and not E-Telly, Econ. And then I'm just like, oh, I guess I lose here. We did end up clutching out that match, but still. Droplets is insane. I can't say that it like, I don't think I drew it at a huge impactful moment. I think when I used it, it like negated 1 or 2 things at most, but it was just really good. Sending the dead fog blades, because sometimes fog blades will linger because of like exceed summoning and stuff. So it can be very clutch. Then for the power spells, we are on 2 talents. We don't play anymore because we don't want to brick on drawing multiples. In fact, the game I lost against Lars, I bricked because I drew both of them, and I just couldn't really do much there. So he didn't play into it, so really sucked. But this card did like put in work against Cashier, taking the Arise cards and doing things. I would not cut this. However, it is double-edged sword sometimes, as it can force you to break. So that's why we don't play 3. The one Foolish, the one Rhoda. Shout out to Sergio right here for the platinum rare.
So clean.
So fresh, so
Gotta give
clean.
him some of the hollows.
Sir,
Yeah,
actually,
we
big
have-
shout out to Sergio. It wasn't even for this event; it was for Philly. But I have a whole like Spanish European core, and I didn't want to have issues with translation, so I like just borrowed his entire core. That helped a lot. I only had like 2 Spanish cards now, so I didn't have to waste my time like pulling out translations. Finally, we played 3 Fogblade, best card,
card.
in the
Yeah.
main deck. To be honest, like it just against cash, it's like. It puts them on have right. I mean not have right. Have a birth, and even then you'll have other stuff for it. So really good. You're able to banish quick effect, It's really nasty when like, and they always don't see it coming. When I go just end phase summon one, then trigger effect summon another, and then I next turn can just summon again, and they're like, what, didn't you use that? I'm like, no, that was your end phase, bro. A lot of people I've seen play just the Fog Blade. I do play the Wings. I've actually played even the Sword before, but too much brickiness. I can't afford to brick, but you do need the second name. It didn't come up at all this tournament, where I hard drew it and the effect came up, but it has come up where like they'll swing at a token with a Fenrir and I just use this and now my token's bigger. Like weird things. It is funny. It's very funny when the actual trap effect wins you a game, but it usually is just a discard fodder or a pitch fodder off gloves to just further extend your plays. And then the one shade Brigadine to just summon and extend. So that is the list. Big tip if you are playing this deck, when you do cloak with Torn Scales in Graveyard, unless you already have another way of getting a PK on board, you always want to search this and not get greedy and go for boots, because if they bistio you, then you're just stuck with the boots in hand and you can't make Bardiche. Whereas if you do this, you trigger effect. If it gets summoned, great. If it doesn't, you can just extend your plays by doing that. So don't get greedy, search the Shade Brigadine. That's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, Cherubini, it's just so good. It sends for cost. Like, it sends for cost. I don't know what else to say.
It just brings a tear to my eye how
shout
good
out
it
to the
is.
bozos that use hand traps incorrectly.
IP, to be honest, bro, this is hilarious. So I have a, I don't even want to say a love-hate relationship. I just don't like her. Like previously to like the Philly format, I almost cut her because I never made her unless I was like just linking into Bardiche. Then that format, I felt like Unicorn removal was really good because of spinning the level 4 for the super heavy. Some cards for Pearly. I just thought it was better that format, and I was actually ending on this because people were also not playing evenly. People are playing evenly now. We go time to a lot better. Dark card's great. I forced out a lot of Bistios by targeting their own cards, and then they would just Bistio, and then I would just be like, okay, you know, now I can just play. Great. Bardiche, best card in the MVP in the extra deck, but it's not the best card. I'll go into the best card later. But really great. It does so much for the deck and utilizes plays. Unicorn for removal. I literally only went into IP I think one time because I was gonna set up an Appaloosa, but my opponent scooped, so it didn't even happen. Unicorn I did make like twice. One time for removal, another time for an access code, which ya boy, access code. Shout out to Rennick and Team NAS for lending me a few other cards, including the access code. I think it came up like, I know for sure it came up once. I don't know if it came up twice. I want to tell you it came up twice, but I'd be lying. I might be lying, but I did want to run it. I was running like this really niche synchro, which was really good against the super heavy last format, but I knew it wasn't gonna play that deck. So I just wanted to have another skill drain out and another like beat stick or to be able to play the deep barrier. We played the one of Appo. Mixed feelings again. I like it somewhat this format, especially into Vanquish Soul. Didn't get the opportunity to make her into Vanquish Soul, I believe, but I do like her into Vanquish Soul. I set her up with IP one time and opponent scooped, so I mean, I didn't have time to summon her, but she would have come clutch. I don't regret playing her though. There was nothing else I would have played in its strength. Leviar, this is an honorary PK card. The card just does so much for the deck. Allows you to push for games, allows you to recycle your cards. There was a format where we would play 2 of these. You no longer play 2 of these because like you can't, but still. And here, this right here. This is the best card in the deck. This card is so good, it's not even funny. The whole deck revolves around this card. I mean, it pops and then it's a soft once per turn, guys. It can literally, there's a rank up monster, so you can literally go pop, summon 2, rank up, rank down into this correction, and then pop again and just summon 2 again. It's ridiculous. Like there's a play where they have a dark monster, you just go the pop 2 twice, then you make dark reborn their monster, make unicorn, spin another card, and then summon anything and make access code. And it's just done. Not to mention, it can be summoned during the battle phase for Zeus plays. It's just great. Time Thief, other honorary PK card. I used to not like this card until I started playing this card. This card is insane. I typically don't make it with the trap card going first. However, I drew one hand against a live twin sprite where I did actually do that. Raiders Knight. This, like I said, can rank down into that. It can also rank up into the actual, like, your win con. Like, this when people see this, read this card, they're like, oh crap.
Arc Rebellion Smash.
Yeah,
Amazing.
this card it punishes you for playing the game and trying to attack me. Like, if you don't kill me and you have an attack with a position monster, this card is just coming down like
You're cooked.
is over. It's over. It just gained so much attack. Like, it won me like at least 4 of the games that I won, I think. Then the Zeus package, which is great. Fun fact, even during the format where Diablosis was the thing, I only played one Zeus because it's a bait, so they don't hit this, and that's exactly how I stole the game off cash. They didn't hit this, I was able to make that and just swing for game.
Thanks for taking Zeus, buddy.
Yeah, Zeus was pretty good. I think I actually summoned it like 4 or 5 times. This is how I beat Dynamorpheus. I was so scared when I played Dynamorpheus. I was like, I don't know what this deck does. I just stopped him with my 5 blades and I sealed it off with Zeus, and that's it.
Xenomorphia.
Sorry,
You're right. He's right. He doesn't know what it does.
I did not know what the cards did. Like, I was reading them as I played. Yeah, like literally, game 1, I just Draco. He did the monster. He put himself to like 1,000, and I'm just like, Draco back bounced, and he was like, yeah. I was like, okay. And then game 2, he was like, he told me straight up, he's like, well, I had the option of playing mediocrely or not playing and waiting for my next turn and just de-shifting you, so I chose de-shifted you, which might have been correct. But he also then made the fusion and halved his life, so I just Draco backed it again, and then I swung with Token, swung with Griffin.
Nice.
For the side, we're playing 3 bells. If I had played Brandon and Labyrinth, this would have been insane, but never played them, never used them. For reference, my matchups were 3 cash, 1 Dynamorpheus, 1 Apple Dragon. Last round was Striker and Life Sprite, I think. 3 thrusts, best card in the side, to be honest. It goes in first or second, technically, although I don't think I even saw it ever going first. Going second, it's like such an easy out to the Rise Heart. Aside from that, it just helps push for games. Like, this won me so many games. Like, I think I said this in every matchup going second. Like, I generally think I said it every matchup going second, which is funny because I was about to play Anti-Spell instead of it. Never mind. Again, shout out to NAS and Rennick for lending me that. 3 Dark Ruler, no mores. Sided it into cash, never saw it into cash, unfortunately. Sided it into, or maybe I saw it once. I did, I saw it once. No, I didn't actually, I'm lying. I did say this into Sprite, which is just like GG. Insane, like absolutely insane. 3 evenly. Literally didn't side it in until the last match, was against Sky Striker. I sided in 2 of them because I wasn't sure if he was gonna make me go first or second. He did make me go first, so like it was absolutely useless. I didn't see it until turn 3, and when I saw it, I just discarded it. I was like, I don't want you, goodbye. I mean, I don't regret playing it, I guess, but like, I don't know. And then 3D barrier. Sided it in against Cash. I did something weird. I was like going first. I did 2-2 with thrust. Didn't see it. I don't think it would have made much of a difference because I didn't lose to Cash going first ever. And like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could have played a variety of things that could have changed things. So, yeah, that's the deck, guys. Thank you for everybody who supported me, who cheered me on while I was playing. Huge shout out to the Dragon's Lair. Like I said, huge shout out to NAS. Huge shout out to Tommy's team, Cardboard Stocks.
Yes, sir.
Huge shout out to the Miami players, especially Lars, who won the event. And yeah, thank you.
Congratulations. Good job, bro. Tommy and the Albiide.
Oh, and shout out to Erickson for the token.
Later.